Have you ever felt a pull toward the unknown? A whisper in the wind that speaks of places unseen and wonders untold? It's a feeling deep within, a sense that there's more to the world than what we readily perceive. It's an itch in the soul, a yearning for something beyond the ordinary, a curiosity that tugs at your soul, beckoning you to step beyond the familiar and embrace the uncharted territories of experience. This feeling, this irresistible urge, is the call of the wild, the siren song of adventure. It's the same instinct that compels a young bird to take flight, leaving the safety of the nest for the boundless expanse of the sky, trusting its wings to carry it to new horizons, or a seed to reach for the sun, pushing through the darkness of the earth, driven by an innate desire to bask in the light and flourish. Years ago, while traveling through a remote village, an old botanist, weathered by time and wisdom, told me of a hidden land, a place he'd only glimpsed in his dreams and whispered about in ancient texts. Untouched, mysterious, a sanctuary where nature reigned supreme, unburdened by the touch of civilization. And he spoke of a river of liquid color, a vibrant tapestry of hues flowing through the heart of this hidden realm, a spectacle that defied explanation, and a salt plain that merged with the sky, creating an illusion of infinity, where the earth and heavens became one. His story planted a seed in my mind, a tiny spark of wonder that refused to be extinguished, a fascination that grew quietly over time, nurtured by my own insatiable curiosity and a deep-seated belief in the magic that still exists in the world. The world is mapped and measured, its secrets seemingly laid bare by the relentless march of technology. Yet it still holds secrets for those willing to listen to the whispers of the earth, to venture off the beaten path, and to open their hearts to the possibility of the extraordinary. The botanist's tale was an invitation, a challenge to my own sense of adventure, a call to explore the boundaries of what I believe to be possible, a promise of wonder, a glimpse into a world where the ordinary transforms into the sublime, a reminder that awe still waits in forgotten corners, hidden beneath the surface of our everyday lives, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to seek it. I had to see if the liquid rainbow, this mythical river of vibrant hues, truly existed beyond the realm of imagination. An endless salt mirror were real, if the botanist's vision was more than just a fanciful dream. The desire to witness such marvels is more than curiosity. It's a fundamental human need to connect with something larger than ourselves. It's a need to connect with nature's raw power, to feel the pulse of the earth beneath our feet, and to be humbled by the forces that shape our world. It's about standing before something so magnificent, so awe-inspiring, that it dwarfs our own existence. It shifts your sense of place in the universe, reminding us of our insignificance in the grand scheme of things, yet simultaneously connecting us to the infinite possibilities that lie beyond. The journey began, a pilgrimage into the unknown, a quest for the extraordinary, not on a map with precise coordinates and calculated routes, but in the heart, guided by intuition and an unwavering belief in the power of wonder. And so I set out, leaving behind the familiar comforts of home and embracing the uncertainty of the path ahead, chasing the call of the unseen, drawn by the allure of the unknown, and driven by the hope of discovering something truly extraordinary. The journey to this fabled land, a place whispered about in legends and folklore, was unlike any other I had ever undertaken. It was a pilgrimage into the heart of the unknown, a quest to find a sanctuary untouched by the modern world. This wasn't a destination that could be reached by conventional means. The journey couldn't be made by plane or highway. The map offered no routes, no landmarks, only the promise of something extraordinary lying beyond the familiar. Its remoteness is its greatest protection, a natural barrier against the intrusions of civilization. The very isolation of this place has allowed it to remain pristine, a living testament to the power and beauty of the natural world. We drove for days, pushing our vehicle to its limits as we navigated winding mountain roads and treacherous, unpaved trails. Each mile took us further away from the familiar comforts of the modern world and deeper into the embrace of the wilderness. Leaving the city behind, watching its towering structures shrink in the rearview mirror, replaced by the sprawling expanse of the countryside, the transition was stark, a visual representation of the journey we were undertaking. Roads fading to tracks, the smooth asphalt giving way to rough dirt and loose gravel, a clear indication that we were venturing into uncharted territory. Then to nothing but wild hills, an endless sea of green and gold stretching as far as the eye could see. The landscape was both beautiful and intimidating, a reminder of the raw power of nature. The air grew cleaner, crisper, a welcome change from the polluted atmosphere of the city. It filled our lungs with a sense of invigoration, preparing us for the challenges that lay ahead. Scented with earth and herbs, a fragrant blend of wild plants and rich soil that spoke of the land's untamed beauty. It was an aroma that awakened the senses and connected us to the natural world, as if we were traveling back in time, stepping into a world untouched by the relentless march of progress. The landscape felt ancient, timeless, a place where the past and present converged. When the road ended, our vehicle could take us no further. We reached the edge of the map, the point where the known world dissolved into the unknown. We continued on foot, leaving behind the familiar comforts of our vehicle and embracing the challenge of the wilderness. Each step was a commitment, a declaration of our intent to reach our destination. Guided by Cale, a man of the land, whose knowledge of the terrain was as deep and intricate as the roots of the ancient trees that surrounded us. A local whose quiet confidence spoke of generations on these paths, a lineage of connection to this land that ran deeper than any map could ever depict. He was our bridge to this hidden world. He pointed out rare orchids, their vibrant colors a stark contrast to the muted greens and browns of the forest floor, each bloom a testament to the resilience of life in this remote sanctuary. Distant eagles, soaring effortlessly above the mountain peaks, their keen eyes scanning the landscape below. They were the guardians of this realm, symbols of freedom and untamed power. And moved as if the land itself guided him, his steps sure and steady, his senses attuned to the subtle whispers of the forest. He was an extension of the landscape, a living embodiment of its spirit. The world I knew faded with each step. The concerns and anxieties of my everyday life seemed to dissipate into the thin mountain air, replaced by a growing sense of anticipation and wonder. Time slowed to the rhythm of walking and sun, the gentle cadence of our footsteps and the warm embrace of the sunlight filtering through the canopy, creating a sense of profound peace. My mind quieted, the constant chatter of thoughts and worries fading into the background, replaced by a sense of stillness and presence. Noticing the small wonders, the intricate details that often go unnoticed in the rush of modern life, the subtle beauty that surrounded us at every turn. A beetle's pattern, the mesmerizing design on its shell, a miniature work of art crafted by nature. Dappled light, the cool breeze, the way the sunlight danced through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow, and the gentle caress of the breeze on our skin. The trek became a meditation, a moving prayer, a journey inward as much as it was a journey outward, a lesson in patience and presence, a reminder to slow down, to breathe, and to appreciate the beauty of the present moment. Finally, Cale stopped, his hand raised in a gesture of quiet anticipation, his eyes fixed on something in the distance. Pointing to a gap in the foliage, a break in the dense wall of trees that offered a tantalizing glimpse of what lay beyond. Through it, I glimpsed an ethereal glow, a soft, otherworldly light that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the valley. Pulsing from the valley below, a vibrant energy that resonated deep within my soul, drawing me closer to the edge. A living secret waiting to be revealed, a hidden sanctuary that had remained untouched for centuries, its mysteries waiting to be uncovered. We had arrived. The fabled land was before us. Emerging from the trees, I saw it, the river of legend, a living ribbon of color. Crimson, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet flowed side by side, never mixing, shimmering in the sunlight. The water was crystal clear, revealing colored pebbles and vibrant aquatic plants beneath. Each hue had its own current, its own story, swirling and separating in mesmerizing patterns. I knelt, dipping my hand into a stream of ruby. Cool, ordinary water, yet utterly extraordinary. Nature had broken its own rules here, creating a spectacle that felt otherworldly. The locals call it Ethel's Veil, and it transforms with the light, pastel at dawn, brilliant at noon, jewel-toned at dusk. To witness its daily symphony is to see the planet perform for those patient enough to watch. This was more than a river. It was a declaration of nature's boundless creativity. I stood in awe, humbled by beauty beyond words. The river's magic begged explanation. Its colors are born from a rare blend of minerals and unique aquatic plants, each thriving on a specific mineral, each painting its own ribbon. Red algae on iron-rich rocks, green moss on copper sediments. Each ecosystem adds a hue. Pristine spring water filtered through volcanic rock keeps the river clear, letting sunlight ignite the colors below. It's a delicate dance of geology, biology, and light, a miracle that could vanish with the slightest imbalance. The liquid rainbow is a fragile wonder, a living jewel that must be protected. Its beauty is a reminder of nature's vulnerability and our responsibility. Leaving the embrace of the rushing river, we began our ascent. The cool spray that had been our companion faded behind us as we traded the verdant riverbanks for the rugged terrain ahead. With each upward step, the landscape transformed. We climbed higher and higher, our breath growing short as we made our way to a high plateau, a tableland suspended between the earth and sky. Finally, reaching the summit, the world changed again. The familiar mountain scenery gave way to something altogether unexpected, a vista that defied expectations. Before us stretched a vast salt flat, an immense expanse of white that seemed to swallow the horizon whole. It was a landscape unlike any we had ever encountered. This was an ancient lake bed, a prehistoric body of water that had long since evaporated, leaving behind a blinding white expanse of salt crystals. The sun beat down, reflecting off the crystalline surface with dazzling intensity. After a rare rain, an event that transforms this already surreal landscape, a thin layer of water, turned the salt into a perfect mirror, a flawless reflective surface that erased the horizon line, blurring the boundaries between reality and illusion. Sky and earth became one, an ethereal merging of two worlds. The white, fluffy clouds above were perfectly reflected below, creating an infinite expanse of sky both above and beneath us. And it felt as if we walked through the sky itself, suspended between two heavens, each mirroring the other in perfect symmetry. The sensation was surreal, dreamlike, as if we had stepped into a painting. Weightless, infinite, adrift in a sea of sky. It was as if reality itself had softened, the sharp edges of the world blurring into a gentle, ethereal haze. As the sun set, the world blazed with color, a symphony of vibrant hues painting the sky. The fiery oranges, soft pinks, and deep purples were mirrored in every direction, creating a breathtaking 360-degree panorama of color. Night brought the stars, a celestial tapestry woven across the inky black canvas. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, was reflected at our feet, a river of light flowing through the darkness. It felt as if we floated in the heart of the galaxy, suspended in a sea of stars, surrounded by the infinite expanse of the cosmos. The silence was absolute, broken only by the whisper of the wind and the beating of our own hearts. In that profound silence, the connection to the cosmos was palpable, a tangible link to something far greater than ourselves. Here, standing beneath the immensity of the night sky, you feel both tiny and infinite, insignificant in the face of such grandeur, yet connected to everything. You are a part of something vast and mysterious, a universe of endless possibilities and untold wonders. The Salt Flat is a place of pure wonder, a testament to the power and beauty of the natural world. It is a place where earth and sky dissolve into awe, where the boundaries of perception are challenged and the imagination takes flight. In that silence, surrounded by such beauty, you find a rare kind of peace, a tranquility that settles deep within the soul. It is a place that changes you, leaving an indelible mark on your spirit, a reminder of the infinite possibilities that lie within and beyond. This land is home to a small, semi-nomadic community, true guardians of the river and salt flats. Their lives are woven with the rhythms of nature, their wisdom born from centuries of harmony with the land. Sharing a meal by the fire, they spoke of the river's colors as the moods of a spirit, the salt flat as a sacred, sleeping giant. Their worldview imbues the landscape with reverence and meaning. They track the salt fox, watch crystal-winged plovers, and see themselves as custodians, not owners. An elder told me, "The land does not belong to us, we belong to the land." Their philosophy is simple. Take only what you need, leave the land better than you found it. In their wisdom, I found a lesson our modern world has forgotten. To live as part of nature, not apart from it, is the truest way to belong. In a world of constant noise, true silence is rare and powerful. Here, silence is a symphony. The river's gurgle, a bee's hum, the wind in the trees. Sometimes I'd listen to music, soaring strings for the salt flats, gentle piano for the river, blending human art with nature's. But the most profound soundtrack was the silence itself. In the heart of the salt mirror at night, the quiet was so deep you could hear your own heartbeat. Alone with your thoughts and the universe, you find a peace that words can't capture. In these moments, you hear the planets whisper, a music that calms the soul. It's a reminder of the beauty in simply being. Journeys like this reveal not just new places, but new parts of ourselves. Stripped of routine, we find clarity in the wild. The liquid rainbow taught me that wonder still exists, that the world's mysteries are far from exhausted. The salt flats mirror showed me how perspective shapes reality and how small shifts can change everything. Returning home, you carry the quiet and color within you, an inner reservoir of peace and awe. The greatest discovery isn't a place on a map, but a new way of seeing. Nature's lessons are written in stone, water, and light, if we're willing to look. And so, the journey never truly ends. I've tried to share the wonder of this hidden world, but words are only a signpost. The real magic is in the crisp air, the crunch of salt, the silence that stirs your soul. You may not reach this exact place, but the spirit of discovery is everywhere. Wonders, big and small, wait in your own backyard if you learn to listen. So, look at the world with fresh eyes. Get a little lost, follow a new path. Let yourself be captivated by the everyday miracles around you. This is where the real journey begins. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If this story has sparked your curiosity, keep that spark alive. The greatest adventure is to live a life filled with awe.